Back on the road project again this morning. I'm going to jump on the Komatsu first thing. I did finish out the day getting all that spread out right there. I'm going to go up there, finish trimming that hillside out, knock those windrows down, finish pushing that over here. Then I need to come over here, kind of cut this hillside down, blend it, kind of get me a swell going down through there. Once I get that dirt pushed down here, I'll probably try to go ahead and load that brush out, get that hauled up there out of the way, and kind of work on getting this road graded for stone tomorrow afternoon. I need to go get a pipe, put a culvert in right there to catch that water from the left side, run it under the road and take it off through the woods there. So a lot of grading today, getting this road ready for rock. Of course, the wind was blowing like 30 miles an hour yesterday to my right, which would have been great to move these ashes. And now today the wind doesn't blow at all. So I'm trying to get this stuff moved out of the way so that I have a spot to dump that brush. And I really don't want to dump it on top of these ashes because most likely it's still hot in there, and I don't really want it to catch on fire right now because it's kind of dry out, and that wouldn't be good to have a big fire going right now. So I'm going to try to scoop these ashes up and get those in the pit to make room to dump that brush at. And get covered in ashes in the process. Oh, we're getting covered in dust. All right, maybe the wind will change later. This is a nightmare. So as soon as I said the wind needs to change, the wind really started blowing. So went ahead and got all those ashes moved, put there in the pit. I'll come over here with the dozer and blade over that. And I'm gonna go down here, get this pile of brush situated so I can haul it up here, and I'm gonna dump it right over top of that. And then we'll start doing a little bit more grading. Well, that looks a lot better trimmed out with the dozer. I was able to get that slope over there as well. We'll jump on the 220. I need to go down there and I need to move this brush back a little bit so I can dump some more or all that over there. I'm gonna take that pile of dirt, put it where it needs to be, and go ahead and load that pile of brush out, haul it up here. That way I can move that equipment over there, work on, I might need to haul a couple loads right there to fill in that low area where the brush pile is sitting. Then I can work on getting on the motor grader and getting this road crowned up. And I probably need to go at lunchtime and get that pipe for under the driveway. Go ahead and get that put in. Hopefully I can get some rock put on this tomorrow maybe. All right, I backed the dump truck down here. Let's see if we can't load out some of this brush. Haul it up top. I took the dozer and ran over the area where the ashes were, so shouldn't have anything hot there to catch on fire, which is always good. lot of dragonflies flying around. Like, what is flying all around over here? Not sure I didn't get into a big wasp nest or something. I think that's pretty good. I don't want to drop too much going up the hill. I'm gonna put just one little more grab pull here on top. Let's see, I've got to grab this log that appears to be not in the truck. Now it's in the truck. Go dump that. We'll come back. Looks like there's probably two more here. Kind of pick through here and get the brush out of the dirt. Then I'll end up with a load of dirt and roots here I can go dump in the big pit up there. So let's go dump that. Away we go. Better not give it all the ponies here and launch all this brush out of the bed. The truck definitely climbs the hill a lot better now. This isn't too bad at all. Of course, brush isn't that heavy either, so. I'll get this moved, get the road graded. Like to get all that stuff spread out over there in the back. Kind of open up a little bit more real estate here, as I about have more equipment over here than I have parking. So not hit the 350 with any brush. Can't be putting scratches on it now. We'd have to trade it, get another one. Let's see, where do I want to go? I think I want to take this back up here and kind of just dump it in the edge of the woods for now. Out of the way. And I can stack it up. Put it back in a burn pile here. Once I clean, because I'll probably clean those ashes up right there as well. I just started running out of time here. That'll work. That way I can just make a new burn pile right there. I like to get all those ashes put in the pit, then spread all this dirt over that area right there would be ideal, then stack it back on top of that. All right, let's go get a couple more loads and then we'll go grab lunch and hopefully get some pipe to go under the road. So at lunchtime I went and got some 12-inch pipe and a 10-foot piece from the house. I only need about 30 feet for this right here, but I needed some for another job, so went ahead and got all that at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this out, figure out exactly where I need to dig the trench, take the mini, dig the trench, go ahead and put the pipe in there and get that covered up. Well, that didn't take long. Let's go ahead and grab the pipe, get it put in and backfilled. Culvert pipe is put in. I just kind of got all that roughed out. I put the grading bucket on. I'll clean all that up. I'm gonna head down here, park the machine, and I need to get a couple loads of dirt to dump there in front of the sheep's foot. And then I'll go ahead and blade all that off, roll it in, start fine grading everything with the motor grader. Last load of dirt for the road. I don't know how many it's been, but it's been a lot. It's been more than I was expecting, but made it work and getting it done. So let's haul this one, come up here, park this, jump on the dozer. Actually dumped one more on the road. It was some pretty good clay I was in, kind of help with that transition. And this will be the third load. I'll dump it in that ditch to get that filled in. We're gonna put a hurting on the road today, I think, as far as getting the prep work done. I got a grate around the pipes. Easy, baby. I don't know why this thing likes to shift into high range reverse there. It'll get to going, and I bet it'd be going 40 miles an hour in reverse down this hill if you let it. The good thing is that clay is holding up really well to the weight of the dump truck, so I'm happy with that. And let's dump that about right here. I kind of made the perfect mix of that red clay and then that white stuff. It really bonded and packed together good, so I'm happy with that. Let's park this, we'll jump on the dozer, get all that roughed in, and finish out the day with the motor grader. So I'm gonna take that load of dirt that I dumped here on the road and kind of feather it down the hill. And push all this material over to the edge where that brush pile was piled up, fill that in. I'll run the compactor over, pack that in, and that'll kind of build the shoulder of the road. That should be the majority of all the big dirt moving that I need to do for this road. Once I roll this in, I'll move the compactor and then I'll grade that shoulder from that pipe I put in down. I think everything should be good then. This is where this little dozer really shines, just pushing this dirt around exactly where it needs to go. Get all this runoff to go pretty much right here and then go off into the woods back onto that virgin ground. That way it doesn't wash. like that. Everything's pretty much where it needs to be. Make a couple more passes. I'm gonna roll this in and tidy up everything. Time to run the grader down the road and get everything all nice and pretty.
Look at that beautifulness. Go up there, bring the roller down here, go ahead and roll it in, and that's pretty much ready for stone in the morning. Got it all crowned up. Then I went down there and put my dirt on the edges to keep the stone in place. I hate that it's got a little curve in it. I wanted a perfectly straight road, but the way the hillside came down and the way the ditch is over there where the dozer is to catch all that runoff, I kind of had to work around it. Not a whole lot I can do, but work within the terrain I have for the easement. So, but yeah, coming along. And here's the view from the other way, looking back. It's a pretty steep hill. I just hope a tractor trailer can climb this. Should be able to. It's a lot more gentle than it was, but it keeps going uphill, so the more you cut it back, just the farther it goes. I mean, not really a whole lot else you can do here. All right, well, I got this. I'm gonna finish rolling this in and go ahead and take the mini, dig out around the pipe. I got some fabric to put down and some rock coming tomorrow to go around it as well.